And also, do let us know where you're watching us from. But right about now, we get into a morning conversation. And with the new year, then comes new goals. And of course, health resolutions, health goals, very vital as many people are looking to be more healthy, live longer, and of course, just to be on top of their best health this year. And right with me in studio is Gladys Hooker, who is a clinical nutritionist. Gladys, welcome to the program. And good morning.
Morning to you. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to
As we're talking about setting new health goals, marks the beginning of yet another year.
I know.
Yeah, about 350 something days to go.
Sure.
So if we set goals, then we have 355 days to achieve. Mm-hmm. That's a good period of time.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so let's get straight into it. Health goals. What comes to my head when I talk about health goals, then I'm thinking good nutrition and fitness as well. So why is it important for people to consider to have health goals for this year 2023?
All right. Health goals are very important. One thing you need to understand is a goal is something that you want to achieve, you intend to achieve. And therefore, when you talk about health goals, it is an intention that you have to achieve your well-being. Yeah, well-being means having no diseases, having no illnesses per se. So it is very important for you to set your health goals so that you keep on track of your health.
Right.
If you want to live a healthy life, then you have to have a goal to set you on.
Right.
Yes.
But there is the notion for a younger crowd of people who say you only live once. So if you have money, then
spoil yourself.
Right.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
Even for the young people, it's good to be healthy. You don't have to say you're living once. Even that life that you're living once, you have to live it in a healthy lifestyle. Yes.
You can still live it well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So looking into making goals, for instance, someone who is looking now to be healthier. We're from the festive period. The festive period, then there's a lot of parties, invitations. There's a bit of laxity.
Get-togethers.
Yeah, and
yes.
in terms of just people keeping up with their health goals. And so right now it's time to perhaps restart. And for some other people, now create new health goals. How does someone now go about it? Say that because the difference of a new year, it's just a day. There's no new feeling unless you actually intentionally implement it. So now from eating a lot of sugar, a lot of wheat. So how do I then say from today, I'll start eating healthier?
Okay. Now, when it comes to setting of your goals, you have to be very intentional with what you want to achieve. So when you're setting your goals, and now we are talking about health goals, then you have to be very specific.
Right.
Be very specific with what you want to achieve. You cannot just say, I want to lose weight. You might just be underweight and you still want to lose weight. So you have to be very, very specific when you're setting your goals.
Right.
And you must also set goals that you can be able to achieve. Yeah. In the last year, from the festive season, people have been eating without even thinking about what they're eating. But at this point, in the new year, for you to achieve your health, then you just have to set a goal that you'll be able to attain. For example, if today someone would call me and tell me, Gladys, I would want to lose some weight, or I would want to stop this particular habit that is affecting my health, then I have to tell them, set a goal that you're able to attain.
Right.
Not an ambiguous goal. You know, for example, someone will say, I would want to lose 20 kgs in 1 week. It's not possible.
not realistic.
Not possible. Even someone who has been drinking, for example, 10 bottles of beer in the festive season, for them to set a goal like, I want to stop, it's not realistic.
Not overnight.
Yeah, it's not overnight. So you have to be very realistic when you're setting your goals. You should also set goals that you can measure. You can track the progress. track the progress of your goals.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so then the goals, the health goals that we have, they have to, that concept, they have to be smart.
Yes.
Right. And just looking into now trying to detox from all the food that we eat, perhaps there was very little movement because people barely recognize. They say between Christmas and first. You don't know what day it is. You don't know if it's lunchtime. You just have food in front of you. And so there's a lot of indulging that people do. So when we're looking to eat healthier, what would a breakfast look like?
Any meal, I will not focus on breakfast alone, but any meal should be a balanced meal. When I talk about a balanced meal, it should have all the components that will make up a balanced meal. That is a carbohydrate, that could be a protein, vitamins should also be there, water should be there, and minerals should also be there. So a healthy breakfast should have all the components that will make up a balanced diet. And not just a balanced diet, not just the components, in the right proportions. You know, today I will be served tea here, a whole mug of tea. Is it the right proportion that my body will require as an individual? So when you're talking about a healthy breakfast, it should be with the various components of our diet, with the right proportions that the body requires.
Talk proportions.
Yes.
Because then some people would say, I'm only eating, say, a chicken salad. Yes. But if you eat 2 bowls of chicken salad, then maybe it might be a little bit too much.
Yes.
So what are the sizes, the kind of proportions that we're supposed to eat?
Okay, for a normal person, a normal plate. Okay. 8 centimeters, 8 to 10 centimeters diameter of a plate. Half of your plate should be vegetables. Okay.
Half should be vegetables.
Vegetables. Okay. And then quarter of that, the remaining half should be starch. Okay. And then the other part should be now the protein. Okay. So that is a normal person. But again, you'll realize that it's not cast on that you have to eat that. People have different nutrient needs. People have different needs nutritionally, and therefore it will depend with the needs that you have. For example, a person who wants to lose weight or a person who wants to gain weight, they will not use that normal plate. A person who is sick, for example, who is having a chronic disease like diabetes, then again you have to portion. So that is a general plate.
Right.
Yes.
That is for an ideal, say, normal person?
Yes, a normal person. And in fact, sometimes we'll say a normal person, you would increase the carbohydrates because you require a lot of energy as compared to a person who is sick or having a chronic disease.
Right. And now that you talk about increasing carbohydrates, because then we need the energy, the energy-giving foods, there is the notion that when people are trying to lose weight, then they stay away even sometimes completely from carbohydrates. Is this dangerous?
It's dangerous. When it comes to weight loss, you don't have to exclude any of the food nutrients from your diet. When it comes to weight loss, maintain a balanced meal, but just portion your diet. It's all about portioning. You cannot fast the whole day and in the name of losing weight. You have to eat small portions, okay, throughout the day, so that you do not now overeat in the evening because you fasted the whole day. Right. So when it comes to losing weight, just portion your plate.
Right.
Portion.
And you know, losing weight is usually a goal for so many people.
I know.
I think
now.
90% of the
we
population.
We are trying to lose weight. Yeah.
When the new year starts, then you're like, I have to take some weight off. And really, is the point losing weight as much as it is having a healthy weight?
Not quite. Just keep a healthy body, a fit body. You know, some people will be like, I want to lose weight so that I can look like someone else. And maybe that person, the weight they have, they're not even healthy with that weight. Right. You know, I want a flat tummy, right? It's a flat tummy, but are you healthy with your flat tummy? Right. You get, so you have to be, you have to ask yourself, why do I want to lose that weight? Yes.
Right. So that's where it all begins.
So it should not be a blanket thing. Everyone is losing weight. It's just like this norm. Girls walking with a whole bottle of water in their handbags. You know, they want to take a whole bottle of water in their handbags. You get? Why are you walking with a whole bottle of water in your handbag? You have no idea. Maybe your friend is walking with water because she's dehydrated and she has to just rehydrate more. And yourself, you're taking a whole bottle of water just because of your friend. You need to have a reason why you want to lose weight. You need to have a reason why you're setting a particular nutrition goal or a particular health goal.
Right.
Yes, for you to be healthy.
Okay, and about our body mass index,
yes,
the BMI,
yes,
is that what now tells us exactly where we are in the in the health category?
Yes. Body mass index is what a nutritionist will basically use to identify a person who is overweight, a person who is underweight, a person who is normal. So you have to know your weight, you have to know your height. Then now we get the ratio. That is exactly what we'll tell you, because you'll find a person who is very tall and they look slim, but their BMI is very normal. You find another person who is very short and they're very plump and they're obese and they think they're very okay. So it's your BMI that will actually tell us if you're healthy, if you're fit or not.
Right.
Yes,
and
yes.
There is this notion about people being skinny obese. I've heard that there's some people who can consume large amounts of food and they don't get to grow even an inch.
Yes.
So would we then say that these people are lucky, or are they also putting themselves in danger?
You know, when you consume a lot of food, let me put it that way, the body will just use what it requires to use. Then the rest will be stored.
Okay.
Now, this skinny person will just be storing fats. You know, most of the carbohydrates are stored as fat, the excess one. So they could just be storing fat, the visceral fat, you know, or just under the skin. And now this person will be thinking, I'm very okay because I'm skinny and all that. But if you look at it well, this person is not healthy.
So that skinny obese concept is actually real.
It is actually real.
So you could look good on the outside.
Exactly.
But the inside.
Yes.
So then now putting yourself in a lot of health risks as well.
Yes. And that is why you'll find a person who looks very skinny, for example, the one you're talking about, has a chronic disease due to her weight. And people will be like, why? She looks, you know, she looks fit, she looks, you know, but she has other risk factors.
Right.
Yes.
And of course now, I know we have centered ourselves majorly on diet because it is one of the biggest resolutions and goals that we always have.
Yes.
And staying away from junk food. You know, there's always a concern about how the smell of fries just keeps calling, and then the fried chicken, all fried food.
Yes.
So then how can people who are trying just to be healthier, perhaps lose weight as we're going into 2023, how then do you stay away from junk and eat more healthier meals?
It all comes to planning your diet, planning your meals. If you have a plan, for example, this is what I want to eat for breakfast, you stick to that plan. I know you'll be passing around town and you feel chips calling you, French fries calling you, you know,
some nice looking mandazis.
Yes, and sausage and smoky, they're just calling you. But then again, you need to stick to your plan. You need to stick to your plan. That is the thing.
Right.
Yes.
So how bad do you want it? That's the big question.
Yes. Yeah, and ask yourself, if I have to achieve this healthy goal at the end of the year, if I eat these French fries, for example, am I going to achieve my goal? No.
Right.
You will forever be losing weight every beginning of the year. Then when it gets to June, you weigh yourself. You're asking yourself, did I start or I'm still starting? You know, or I will start tomorrow. You know, people have a notion of saying, I will start tomorrow. Yeah, so you have to stick to your plan.
Right.
Yes.
And then, so how then can people make better decisions? Say, in an office setup, there's a place where people go for tea break. There's a place where people go for lunch. Maybe me and my colleagues, there's a base
Yes.
where we eat lunch.
Yes.
And people walking around Nairobi, and
Yes.
especially in the CBD,
Yes, yes.
then French fries or chips seems to be it's cheaper.
I know.
And it's easy. It doesn't require much. You can carry it in a bag. So then there's that convenience
Yes,
that
yes.
fast food
Yes, yes.
has. And say also the crowd that you keep around you, there's a certain food that they like to eat. How can someone now just resist that temptation?
One of the things I will tell, for example, the example that you're giving me, you work with your colleagues and all that. Why don't you pack your lunch
Right.
to work? Try packing your lunch from the house. Remember, you have a goal to achieve, and your goal is to eat a balanced diet at the end of the day. And if you do not carry your lunch from home, then it means you're going to eat the affordable French fries in town, in the restaurant.
Right.
Then why don't you pack your lunch? So packed meals also help a lot. Avoid eating out. Avoid eating out, because it is out there where you will see a certain food that is so captivating and you just have to taste.
Just on a bite.
You have to, however much you want to resist. And you know, it is from within, you're craving. You know, girls have said, I'm craving chips, I'm craving pizza. You know,
Black Forest.
yes. Something else, you can also make your own healthy French fries at home using the right type of oil.
Right, that's a good alternative.
Yes, yeah. So you make your own meals at home, carry it to the office. It's still French fries, but you have made it your own way in a healthy way.
Okay.
Yes.
So those are alternatives right there.
Yes.
Can make life easier.
Yes,
and help us achieve those goals.
Exactly.
Right. And so there are diets
Yes.
that people are on. Actually, there are people who are famous for being on diets. Like you always know when a new year starts, yeah, I'm on, I don't know, a Jeremiah fast. Then from there, then there's
A Daniel fast.
A Daniel fast, yes. So there are
Yes.
orders, and from diet to diet. And some diets can be very restrictive to the body, sometimes very reduced carbohydrates, so there's low energy. What would you advise if someone is going on a diet? What should that diet look like?
It depends on the type of diet, with what you want to achieve with that diet. That is the first thing I will always say. Why are you going on that diet? For example, right now, people are doing maybe the Daniel fast. Why? Why are you doing the Daniel fast? Are you just doing it for the sake of doing it, or is it to achieve a particular goal?
Right.
People have done intermittent fasting. You have heard that, Intermittent fasting, where they eat, then they fast for some
long periods of hours,
then now they eat again. Why that? You get? You know, our bodies, the way they have a biological clock. They will always call for breakfast at 8 if that is how you have set your body. They will always call for lunch at 12. Now, you're here and trying to now reset your body again. Now you're not eating for the entire day. Then that means you're altering your biological clock, which will then have an impact on the body metabolism and therefore having an impact on the entire health. So some people will do the fast, it's okay. You know, religious, like now churches are doing fasting. But again, you should be asking yourself, why? Why? What for? What is my goal? Am I going to alter my body? Well, I'm going to alter my biological clock for 21 days. Then now, you know your body, when you do something repeatedly for 21 days, I'm told, it becomes a habit.
Right.
And therefore, your body will now again know no breakfast, no lunch, no dinner until tomorrow morning, altering your biological clock, which have a negative impact on your body.
Right.
Yes.
So again, we should be very
cautious.
Right. And there is the dry fast that a lot of churches do as well.
Yes.
So the dry fast, like take completely nothing for about 3 days, not even water. Well, I know it is religious.
Religious, yes.
But now for the body, and its needs, health-wise, what is your advice?
For me, when it comes to dry fasting, now putting the religion bit aside, your body requires constant energy. Your brain, your brain requires energy, which is your engine. And therefore, if you deny your brain energy, then it also has an impact. The body processes that has to occur, even heartbeat, you know, it needs energy. So if you deny your body energy, it means you're denying your body the functionality bit. Yes. So you have to just give your body some form of energy. I know your body has stores of energy, but you have to always replenish the energy. So you cannot deplete all the energy from your body system. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, and still in line with that, I'd like us to talk about fitness and just being a little mobile, but on the other side of the break. Before then, let's finish up on this food, the food that we eat.
Yes.
Then there is for expectant mothers.
Yes, yes.
So for that category of people, then comes the cravings. So some would get to eat anything they'd crave for.
I know.
But now the diet, say, of an expectant mother.
Yes, yes.
How different is it from a normal person?
Okay.
And perhaps is it exaggerated? Or is it in order?
One of the things I would repeat is, even an expectant woman is a person.
Right.
And therefore they need to be healthy, even as they carry the pregnancy.
Right.
So their diet should be healthy. That is thing number one. Number two, they're having an extra person within themselves that they need to feed. And so their intake of food goes high. So there is an increase in food intake. So their carbohydrate intake will increase, their protein intake will increase. So when they eat a lot, in excess, for example, let me not say in excess. When they increase their intake, their portions, it's allowed because they're taking care of another person. But remember, it should be a healthy plate.
Right. So just not an excuse to eat absolutely anything?
No, it's not an excuse.
Okay.
You know, now again, even the things that you crave for, if they're not healthy, they're going to affect the growing baby. So you just have to maintain a healthy diet even as you carry your pregnancy.
So even more because it's just not about you.
Yes,
but about
it's not about someone else. Because again, if you do not feed enough, then that growing fetus would actually feed from you. And that is why you'll find some expectant mothers, they have lost weight instead of gaining. Right. They are pregnant. And we expect a pregnant woman to add some weight. But now you find someone is not adding weight, they are stagnant. Why? Peradventure, the baby is just taking from the mother. Because she has to feed, she has to grow.
Right.
To the rightful weight.
Okay.
Yes.
And we are taking a very short break. This morning we are talking about new health goals for the year 2023. Gladys Hooker with me right here, and we'll be coming right back to talk more about fitness and your mental health. Don't go too far.
Vera Beauty and Fashion College is focused on being the leading technical and vocational training institute in the region. Our team possesses in-depth knowledge and extensive experience in the industry, offering thorough training in cosmetology, hairdressing, interior design, creative arts, training of trainers, nail technology, and fashion design. With branches in Nairobi, Thika, Meru, Eldoret, and now in Mombasa, our courses ensure that learners are completely equipped with knowledge, competency, and employability skills. Enroll today to be a part of a center of excellence.
Sienda nayo huko ndani, unaacha hapo kwa luggage ndio uingie.
Niwache kwa luggage namna gani nataka kutumia huko ndani? Nimekuja na hii gani ndio inatumika? Hii packet ama hii kuchota? Kwani serious hii? Bwana wacheni mchezo bwana. Nini?
Karibu customer. hizi bidhaa unaziacha pale kwenye luggage ndiposa ufanye shopping kwa supermarket yetu. Chota kuchota ni kufanya shopping pekee.
Ni kufanya shopping.
Raundi hii chota kuchota mapema na Hetia Supermarket ndio best. Kwa mara nyingine tena Hetia Supermarket inakuletea chota kuchota na Hetia Supermarket. Kushiriki shindano la chota kuchota ni rahisi. Ingia tu Hetia Supermarket iliyo karibu nawe Kitale, Bungoma, Eldoret, Kakamega, Kisumu, Busia, Naivasha, Limuru, Nairobi, Thika, Nyeri, Meru, Chuka na Maua. Nunua bidhaa ya shilingi 600 na zaidi na utapewa raffle ticket. Jaza vizuri na utumbukize kwa sanduku iliyo mlangoni. Utakuwa umeingia kwa draw ya kujishindia zawadi kama gari 7 aina Daihatsu Mira, pikipiki 21 aina ya TVS, 1130 school fees, TVS, microwaves, shopping vouchers na vingine vingi.
Bas, ni huku. Saidia bibi.
Chota kuchota imethaminiwa na Iwe Bacon, Savannah Juice Fruit Vial, My Choice Hand Wash, Zesta Choco Primo, Ketepa, Blue Band, Aramco, Oven Fresh Bread, Nivea, Silent Night Mattresses, Coca-Cola pamoja na Hisense. Shindano hili limeidhinishwa na BCLB permit number 002816. Sheria na masharti kutumika.
Chota kuchota na Hetia Supermarket, na hii motokaa gari smart kabisa inaweza kuwa yako. Unangoja nini? Ingia, fanya shopping yako Hetia Supermarket, uchoto kuchote na hii gari. Hii motokaa inaweza kuwa yako. Mtu anaweza pesa kwa buta.
Hetia Supermarket, a world of choice.
Across all the social media platforms at Lookuptv on Twitter, Facebook, and on our YouTube channel. I am Nancy Nelima, right here with our morning conversation. We're talking about New Year health goals. What are your New Year health goals? What are you seeking to achieve in the remaining 355 plus days that we have remaining for the rest of the year? And of course, do let us know using the hashtag The Morning Drift. With me on set is Gladys Hooker, who is a clinical nutritionist. And Gladys, let's talk about weight loss. As we finish off with it, I know it has taken me in this conversation, but that is what a lot of questions coming in here are about weight loss as we're looking into the new year, just eating healthier, feeling better.
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing even to look good, but feeling good is still another bit of it. There are people who are underweight and they're looking to gain. There's not much attention that is given to people who want to gain weight, because they usually look like, you guys, that's not good enough, that's not big enough. Like people want to lose weight, and that's the bigger problem. But people who want to gain weight, they're underweight, and being underweight again is not healthy. So what is your advice for people who are looking?
For anyone who wants to gain weight, point number 1, remember you have to do a balanced diet. I'll still repeat that. Then number 2, there are things that you have to increase the intake. When I started, I said carbohydrates. When you take carbohydrates, you will the body will use whatever is supposed to be used and then store the rest as fats.
Right.
So that when you don't have any energy, then it can be converted to energy. So a person who wants to lose weight, you have to increase your caloric intake. Okay? So that means you have to increase the intake of carbohydrates in your diet. Right. Because they're the ones that will give you a bulk of fats that will then be stored under your skin, and therefore you can be able to gain some weight. Yes. So
those are for the people who are looking to increase
their weight.
Okay.
Remember, the one who is losing, you're reducing the caloric intake. The one who wants to increase weight, you're increasing your caloric intake.
Right.
Yes.
And now let's look at the place of fitness.
Yes.
In a healthier, looking to be healthier for anyone out there who has this goal. And how important is fitness, and how can we implement it in our everyday life?
Fitness is very important because exercise comes along with fitness. And even when you talk about a healthy person, we also look at the fitness bit, not just lack of disease. Are you fit? You know, you will be lacking any disease, for example, but you're not fit in any way. You know, you cannot even take 1 kilometer. When you take 2 stairs, you're already panting. So fitness is very important if you have to be healthy. And therefore you have to exercise your body to keep your body fit. You know, engage in exercises that your body can tolerate.
Okay.
Do not strain yourself. Do not strain yourself. Don't say, I want to go to the gym to keep fit, while you can walk to just keep fit, while you can use the stairs to keep fit.
Right.
So do not strain yourself in the name of keeping fit.
Right.
Yes.
And for most people, and especially men, I think they're guilty for this. When it's time to now implement fitness, then running is always the first thing in a lot of people's minds, so that they put on the shoes and the next morning they're out.
They're out running.
So when someone is looking to get more physically fit, what is the first step? What do you define as too strenuous? What is fit enough for, say, a beginner?
For a beginner, what is too strenuous is, for example, when you take an exercise and you're feeling pain. You know, you should not be feeling pain in the name of being fit.
Okay.
You could just be breaking your bones. You know?
And you think now this perhaps will work?
Yeah, this is it. You get. Now, look at it during COVID. People were at home and everybody was on the road running, cycling, you know. Now, you'll find some people were cycling, some people were running because everyone else was cycling, because everyone else was running. If you look at them, they will now start complaining of back pain. Right. I'm now having back pain. I'm having, I don't know, joint pain. It means then the exercise that you took, for example, strained one of your body parts, which should not be the case. Right. And I repeat, fitness is not about straining yourself. Fitness is about keeping your body, engaging in exercises that your body can tolerate without feeling pain.
Oh, that's well said. That's very well said. And of course, just looking even into something like posture.
Yes.
Can that also be affected by how fast, say, someone gets into a strenuous activity?
Yes. So you'll find, for example, a person who decides to start running, I will go for 5 kilometers. Then what will happen when you go for 5 kilometers and maybe that was too much of your body, right? It will affect your posture at the end of the day. You will come to sleep down, to lie down, and you cannot. You will come to sit upright like the way we are seated, and you cannot.
Okay.
So it affects.
It affects. So then, looking into investing in a instructor or a trainer, is that what you'd advise them?
Yes, I would. Especially when you're a person who wants to go to the gym. Then get a gym that has a qualified instructor. One who knows what you want. Do you want aerobics? Do you want to just keep fit? Do you want to build muscles? You know? Right. Then get an instructor who is qualified.
Okay.
Don't just get into a gym. You know, everybody just, there's a gym around here, so I'm getting in. Is that person qualified? You know, those are, I'm sorry to say, those are the gym you will go and you will find you're breaking your bone. Because he told you to do something that you wouldn't actually, your body will not take up. And therefore, you got a fracture in the gym. We have had cases of people who went to the gym and they fainted there. Right. Reason, the instructor does not even know the condition that you're having. Why are you in this gym? You have paid, so come, let's start, you know? Right. Yes.
Okay, so very important again.
Very important.
That you have insisted on getting a professional.
Yes.
To help you in that journey.
Yes.
Okay, and in our daily life, there is traffic to beat. Our days can be busy. And so someone would say then, at what point do you implement exercises?
the time depends with you. For example, if my morning is free a bit, I would wake up very early, 5 a.m., do my exercises, then prepare, then get to work.
Right.
Some of us in the evening will do very well for us. I will get back from work. I get home at around 8 p.m. I do my exercises, I take a shower, I take supper, I sleep. You get, so it depends with the time. You can actually allocate time for your exercises. Yourself as an individual, the one who knows how your day is. And you cannot again say, I'm not going to exercise because my day is very busy. You just have to have a schedule for yourself.
Okay.
And say, at least in a day, I'm going to do exercises maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It goes a long way. And consistency is what will bring results.
Right.
That is what fitness, consistency. You have to be very consistent. Not about today you're exercising, tomorrow I'm going to party fast, then exercise badai. No, you have to be very consistent.
Okay.
Yes, when it comes to fitness.
And this is, we're living in a digital era.
Yes.
Where there is a lot of information. And sometimes information that can be misleading, perhaps. Some places, you need to take water. Then a few weeks ago, I think I saw an article about a scientist saying, why you don't need to take so much water. So there can be even contradicting information. So for someone who is looking into just being healthier, but then they are looking across social media and there's so much information, how do we sieve and demystify misinformation and disinformation?
When it comes to your health, you have to be very proactive. Even with any information that you get, you have to validate that information.
Right.
And that is why you can get a nutritionist around. I have read this about water. Is it? So just validate your information. Okay. And don't be so quick to run to social media and follow what people are writing. People write for so many reasons. Someone just won't follow us. And therefore he puts something there, breaking news, water is not good. And then everyone is following water is not good. And yet you require water. 75% of our bodies is water, for example. And therefore someone is telling you no water. You will dehydrate, and then later on you start having complications. Right. So it's good to validate any information you even get on social media, and that is why make use of the health professionals that are around you.
Okay.
And also you can get information from sites that they are valid sites, So if it's a site that you're not sure about and you have seen something, then you can be able to ask a professional, is it true? Is it good if I do this? For example, if you get a site that is telling you can lose 10 kgs in 9 days, take this to lose weight in 9 days.
Right.
My friend, 10 kgs is not a joke. We have tried even losing 0.5 kgs. It has taken 3 months, Now right. Someone is here telling us 10 kgs in 9 days. Then you start. You'll get depressed because you have not lost your 10 kgs in 9 days. Okay. So you have to validate the information.
So there's that personal responsibility that you have to put in. And when you talk about being healthy, it's just not about not only about nutrition and fitness. There is even having good sleep.
Yes.
And especially in this digital era where we are on our phones 24/7. So some people have developed insomnia. And good sleep is part of being healthy.
Yes.
So how can we go about it and just get better sleep so we can be refreshed and energized?
One of the things about sleep is allocate yourself time to sleep during the day. Now, some of us, you're working throughout the day. It's okay. But then when you get home, give yourself 8 hours to sleep. So switch off your phone, switch off your TV, sleep. You can also induce sleep. Right. Exercise just before you sleep. Just exercise. Do some exercises. Your body gets worked up. And now whatever it's calling for is just resting. And what is resting? Sleeping. So you can just induce sleep.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
But sleep is good. Sleep is one of the natural ways of resting our bodies. And so people who have insomnia, they're not resting their body systems. And therefore they get fatigued, they get overworked, and they cannot be productive. Yes.
Right. And so when it comes to sleep then,
yes.
there are people who say the not morning people, some people are not night people. But what is the average amount of hours, given that some people can be busy? Some people are CEOs, they wake up very early in the morning and very late in the night.
Yes.
So,
At least 8 hours.
At least 8 hours.
8 hours. You need to rest your body at least 8 hours for your body to rejuvenate, your body system to just rejuvenate itself, your heart to relax a bit, your brain, I mean, your brain is still working when you're sleeping, but it is not overworking as when you're seated. Right now you're in studio, your brain is overworking because you have to ask me questions, so you have to think, know. But now when you sleep, you're allowing your brain cells to rest.
Okay.
So you're rejuvenating yourself. So at least 8 hours.
Vital.
Very important. Never deny yourself a sleep. Even for the people who go for keshas, I'm sorry, religious persons, you go for your kesha, come back, sleep.
Right.
To rest your body.
Okay.
It's very important.
And given how our culture is, and sometimes maybe it could be due to financial muscle.
Yes.
And so health checkups have not been the story of our lives.
Yes.
For the big part of it.
I know.
And those health checkups, again, are important. But
very.
When a lot of people, again, do not have health insurance, so incurring the extra cost becomes hard. But how important is it for us then just to do the frequent checks? Could be to a dentist.
An optician,
right?
So health checks are very important, I would say, because they help to identify any form of complication or any form of a risk, on your health. Imagine if today you have not gone for a checkup for like 6 months, and you are developing something in your body. So by the time you now start feeling the signs and symptoms, it's already gone. It has affected you big time.
Right.
So health checkups are very important. What I would always say is do regular health checkups. I know people have a notion of nijipeleke tu nipatwe na no, that is not the attitude.
Like what you don't know cannot hurt you.
Yes. But it is very important. Knowledge is power.
Right.
And if you know very well, I have gone for a health check and they have told me there is a symptom of a certain disease in me, then they can start treating you as early as possible so that we avoid the complications that come with some diseases. So health checks, very important.
Right.
At least after every 6 months, do a health check. Go and just check your eyes. You could think that you're just okay. You're losing your eyesight, and then you start squinting your eyes on the screen, and you're asking yourself, what's not happening? You have not gone. Just go. Let them identify. It's good. Prevention is better than cure.
Okay.
The money that you will use to cure a particular disease is more than the one that you'll have used to just go for a checkup to prevent that particular disease.
Well, that's well put.
Yes.
Okay, and our mental health, that is a huge part of who we are as people. And now that we have even more conversations about mental health,
yes.
How can we do better in 2023 just to protect the space around us, how we think? Yes.
One of the things about mental health, be yourself. Just be yourself.
Okay.
Do not overthink about issues. There is a friend of mine who tells me, live one day at a time. Whatever you have not seen tomorrow, and therefore stop worrying about tomorrow. Your mental state is very important. Today you're here, tomorrow will come. If you still be here, well and good. And therefore you have to protect your mind.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, and there are some places where we don't have much choice of the environment around us. Could be a place like work. And there is a lot of toxic culture.
Yes.
A lot of stories that we read even in 2022. So then you're in that environment, then you need a job, you need the money, you have bills to pay. So how do you protect yourself when you're in an environment that is not very conducive?
Oh, like now a toxic environment, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so when it comes to a toxic environment, one of the things I will say, if it's too toxic and it is causing you pain,
Live.
Your mental state is very important. Number two, you can also make use of a counselor.
Right.
A counselor can help you. you know, some of the things that we face mentally, we cannot handle them ourselves. And therefore, we require someone else to just pour out. Talk to someone, you know, talk to someone. My boss is like this, I am not. Talk to someone so that you can also be able to do what? To cope up in that particular environment. Because you need the money, for example, you need those people around you. For example, if it's your family, you're not going to run away from your family. Yes.
Right. And the mental health, I know there is a group of people who say then that the younger people of this generation, 21st century, that perhaps they can't handle so much. But would you say it is a problem of the young people, or we did not realize how important mental health was before, and now we're only realizing it?
I think people never took into consideration mental health before. People knew health is about my body, my mental state does not matter. And so sometimes when the young people say, I cannot take too much than I can handle, it's okay.
Right.
It could just be the rightful thing for them, that they cannot, it's true they cannot handle, and therefore they have to just leave it like that, you know. So, and then now a person like me will say like, why is she refusing to do this? Why is she refusing to go to school? Why is she? And yet,
the kids of these days,
I know,
too complicated.
So we victimize them a lot, and when pressure is put too much on someone, then something else will come out, and that is now the negative state. So you'll find a young person, they will get into suicide just because of the too much pressure on the things that she could not handle at all.
Okay, and what's the place of nutrition in mental health?
Nutrition plays a very important role in your mental health. There are foods that you'll eat to just relax your mind. Eat a banana. You know, my bananas have, you know, they will provoke some release of a hormone that will just be able to help you relax yourself. You know, so nutrition is very important. You see, when you're exercising, it's part of nutrition, and when you're exercising, you're taking part off. You know, you're taking off from the normal surrounding of too much work, too much thinking, and just focusing on yourself along the road. Maybe you're running, maybe you're doing something. And therefore it becomes very important. Nutrition is very important. Eating even a balanced diet, it's also very important for your mental state.
Right.
Yes.
So it can, for instance, help with coping.
Yes.
And the different issues.
Yes.
Okay. So then a balanced diet is what you'd say?
Very important. I will still insist on a balanced diet. I will not tell you stop eating this and stop eating that, but don't take alcohol to soothe your mental state.
Okay. Okay. Yes. And looking into alcohol, because alcohol, they say Kenya is a drinking nation.
Yes,
I think for both tea and alcohol as well.
And porridge.
Right. And so alcohol, that is also big on the resolutions that people have sent in, that they want to quit smoking, drinking, and perhaps reduce the intake as well. And it can be addictive. So for someone who has been an addict, maybe not so chronic, but they're looking just to reduce it, and they know addiction is hard to break. How do they go about it?
When it comes to alcohol, quitting smoking, quitting alcohol, it has to be step by step. Start with one step. For example, a person who has been taking like 12 bottles of alcohol in a sitting, you cannot just say, I'm stopping today, I'm quitting today. Your body will react to that.
Right.
You get? So you have to slowly by slowly, go down slowly by slowly. You are taking 12, get to 10. Get to 8, get to 6, get to 4, get to 2, and finally get to 1, and then so it has to be a gradual change.
Right.
Gradual. Do not, don't look at a rapid change. If it's rapid change, then it means you're also going to alter your body, because your body has been used to that caffeine, you know, from the alcohol. And therefore, if you just stop it like this, you'll get into shock. Your body will be shocked, and now other complications come in. So it should be a gradual change.
Right.
Yes.
And as we conclude, then all the things could be overwhelming. Someone could say, there's weight loss I have to check. Then my doctor said I need to take more water. Then I need to be fit. Then I need to sleep more. It can all be too much. But someone who's looking just, they're very intentional about being healthier in the year 2023. What would be your word for them?
I will tell them, set your goals well. I will get back to SMART goals.
Right.
They should be very specific. Be very specific to yourself. I want to lose 10 kgs by the end of the year. Then work towards that.
Right.
Track your progress. Get yourself into a group that has the same goals. For example, a group for people who want to lose weight. You know, you cannot be working with a person who wants to gain weight and you want to lose weight. So get yourself into a group that would encourage you in achieving your goals.
Right.
You know, your goals should also be time bound. Don't just go to the gym a whole you're achieving nothing. It should be 1 year. After my 1 year in the gym, I have achieved something. So set SMART goals for 2023.
Right.
And take care of yourself health-wise. Whatever you eat is whatever will actually come out. So if you eat junk, we'll actually see junk out of you. If you eat healthy, we'll eventually see a healthy person out of you.
Okay.
So eat smart, set SMART goals, and be healthy in 2023.
Well put, and thank you so much. That is Gladys Hawker. Thank you for being part of the program. And I believe we'll need to have more of these conversations as the year progresses, because it is important for us to be healthy. She is a clinical nutritionist. Just concluding our conversation here, where we have been focusing on a new year health goals. And let's keep the conversation going across our social media platforms, and do let us know what you think about your health goals. What are they? What are you looking to achieve for this new year? I'm Nelima, and I appreciate you for watching. I'll be handing it over to Simba, who'll be telling us what's in on the business front. Good morning.